Tom Hawkins.
But, yes, the sentence, there's not a person who's got a bad word to say about someone.
Yes.
I always think's bullshlarking.
Exactly
Because you've
right.
got to piss someone off
Yes,
along the journey.
exactly,
This
Jim.
bloke has not got a person who says a bad thing about him.
I think you're right.
I'm talking about Tommy Hawkins, and we've got him on Riverside, and he's looking at $1 million too. Hawk, congratulations. What a superstar you've been, and a magnificent career for the Cats.
Yeah, good on you, JB and Billy. It's nice to be on. I've always loved your show, and you've been great supporters of mine. So I appreciate it. I'm sure there's plenty of people that
No, there aren't.
think unduly of me. Particularly my primary school teachers, maybe. But it's been a hell of a ride. Not over yet, but it's been an incredible 18 years.
A great journey and not over yet, as you said. You've kicked goals, the goal assists, all that. But I reckon it's the care you have, Hawk, for your teammates, for your family, for your friends. And I said yesterday, even Oscar, he was down there for a couple of years, and he just loves you, you know. It's that care factor, which I reckon's nearly your best bloody asset.
Well, it's probably the thing I'm going to miss the most, Bill, is being in and around the football club environment, and it's very unique where you're with your teammates, not 24/7, but nearly. They become your second family. And I've had 18 years at the Geelong Footy Club, and it's been half my life, and I've met a lot of great people along the way. People that I continue to run into and have great relationships with, and everyone that I've come across has had a touch point, whether it's big or small. They've all had a touch point and made my time in the game so good and so much fun. And that is a product of how much I've enjoyed my time. But it's I've been so fortunate to meet so many lovely people.
You've had some amazing coaches too, Bomber Thompson, of course, and Chris Scott being the two main ones. And I can't speak for Bomber because that was a bit before my time of knowing you well, but you seem to get on really well with Chris Scott. I know how much he thinks of you, but the two of you seem to really gelled.
Look, Scotty, firstly, Scotty was wonderful for me when he first walked in the door. I was at a sort of a crossroad period in my career where I was trying to be really consistent, but I just couldn't string it together. And he showed an amazing amount of faith in me, as did Bomber. Certainly, I'll get to Bomber after this, but Scotty was incredible at helping me through that process as a young man, and ultimately now is into a father and we'll call it a man leaving the game. So he's got an incredible ability to be able to stand back and let you learn your own way and fail and then come and help you and guide you. It's one of his biggest assets and biggest qualities, and I don't think enough people probably quite understand and see that throughout the AFL community. He's an incredible person and means so good to me. Bomber, again, like I came in as that 18-year-old till I was 22, and I always found him a really interesting person, and now I've got a great understanding of what he's like when he first started out. But yeah, unique character. He was so supportive. Even I've got some lovely messages. He came to a couple of my milestones throughout the year, and I can't help but think I've been so lucky to have two amazing coaches.
Yeah, fantastic indeed. And the whole family was there yesterday. Jumping Jack, of course, 182 games.
Yes.
And even Freddie Ledeur was there, who played 18 games, who's your grandfather, of course. So, and the whole team were there. Gee, they'll miss you, let me tell you. But your goal assists, where did all that come from? Because
you were selfish and never assisted anybody.
Well,
whereas Hawk, the complete opposite.
No, early days, he might have had a few pings at goal, Jimmy. But I reckon the last 5, 6, 7 years, Hawk, you are third all-time goal assist behind Eddie Betts and Pendles with 296. So if you add that to the 796 goals, there's over 1,000 goals. Where did all that happen, you reckon, Hawk?
Oh, I think it's probably started way back from, my parents have very selfless people. So it's probably been ingrained to me then, and then came out more from past teammates.
Who?
Jono,
Oh.
Stokesy, Moons.
Moon. It's Moon.
When I was playing in my early days,
Yes.
when those boys used to almost probably took it too far, the selfish.
Yeah.
Maybe they became too selfish in trying to be unselfish. But but they were great teammates to learn from. But I love the game. I love seeing people do well. It kind of draws back into that connection with the group and environment. I just love it. I love seeing other people enjoy success, and I suppose I've always played footy. If there's someone in a better position, they get the ball. And I like to think that the footy gods up there, Bill,
Yes.
eventually come back your way with what they give you. So I don't necessarily go out trying to assist players, but it's just naturally a part of what I do, and I suppose my makeup. But yeah, I get a lot off them, and it's probably only right that I give a few back.
So, Hawk, we've had thousands of magnificent highlights since the announcement, but the goal after the siren against Hawthorn in 2012 at the G, is that when you shut your eyes when you finally do finish and you allow yourself to think back, is that front and centre?
Yeah, look, I think certainly on field in the home and away season, I've loved milestone games. Grand finals and finals, being a part of that stuff is pretty cool. But as far as individual moments on field, it's kicking goal after the sirens, every boy or girl's dream.
Yes.
And, to live that out was pretty incredible.
All right, a little break for us with the great man.
I've got some questions.
You've got some questions?
Yes.
All right.
Just nice little short questions.
Stand
for him.
by, Hawk.
Wow.
Hopefully also
Wow.
4 more to get him to 800, which he
What's
richly
that
deserves.
Crap on his screen there.
It says the Geelong Football Club's greatest ever forward out of the Riverina,
Oh.
which is 100% true. Can't be argued.
Well, Geelong Football Club, not Wagga's considered in the Riverina, I think. So,
Yeah, it is.
and Wayne Carey's from the Riverina, so
Righto.
you better be careful.
You're better looking and better goal kicker than him.
Now, before Bill's questions,
Yes.
because he's got his questions.
Wow.
I can't remember who it was, Fat. We were speaking to someone from Geelong recently who's played there for a long time about that amazing run you had, Hawk, and it looked to me like it was built out of having a list of amazing animal competitors.
Yes.
Like Stevie, like Chappie,
Ablett.
like Linger, like Ablett, like Joel
Scarlett.
Selwood, like Scarlett, like Boris Enright. I mean, everywhere you looked, you had blokes that would punch on for a scrap at the table, and that's exactly what you want in a footy club, and you had thousands of them.
Yeah, I did. I actually used to punch on at training over who would win the footy or kick the goal. It was a real eye-opener in my first season. I witnessed a couple of those little scraps. They were quickly resolved and shook hands and hugged and moved on. But look, I came into the game as a competitor, but I saw a whole new side of it when I in my first 3 or 4 years at the club. I've learned a lot from those guys that have come before me, and again, hopefully passing some stuff on to the younger generation now. But that they were just unbelievable in the way that they trained, the way that they played, the way that they enjoyed themselves too. So I've had some awesome teammates. I don't want it to reflect individually too much because I'll forget some, but they were something else.
Righto, here we go. You ready?
Questions?
Questions with Hawk
Yes.
by Bill. Favourite? Now, we know the answer to this, but I just
don't
want
ask
him
it
to...
then
No,
if you
no.
know the answer.
Who's your favourite teammate?
Well,
You'll get teary here, you watch.
Joel. No, I won't. I'll keep it short. Joel Selwood.
Yes.
Probably Joel. Oh, I've had some good ones, man, Billy. It's seriously hard. I've got some great text messages from them all too. So, there's been some awesome ones. But Joel, we drafted together, played footy, and for a long time together. So probably Joel. Mitch, I've spent a lot of time with too, and here I go. I might as well keep going. Joel and Mitch have been amazing.
They both
amazing.
found you a lot too. Mitchy, get it.
Yeah,
Just
true,
look
mate.
for...
There's something in that, Bill.
Yeah, exactly. Now, who did you tell first when you decided to retire? Did you roll over and tell them, or did you roll the other way and tell Joel?
I think Emma and I have kept talking about it throughout the year. So she was clearly she was the one that knew first. I mean, she can sense it a bit too, and yeah, having a young family, she's a big part of the decision. So yeah, she was the first one that knew.
Your favourite biscuit? There's only
Tim
one.
Tams and lots of them, mate, and lots
How
of them.
many would you have, Hawk, before a game?
Oh, well, I used to have just a handful, but I'm a big believer. I know I don't have big hands, but I'm a big believer in when you start, you can't stop. And I just used to put the whole packet down, and very quickly too.
Are you a dark chocolate or standard chocolate, Hawk?
I'm a double chocolate.
Yeah, the
Caramel,
double
but
chocolate.
yeah,
How good are they?
I'm a double chocolate.
There's 10 in a packet, so you just scoffed them all.
And
Yeah,
quickly.
if I only get one too. If I only get one.
Now, Joel got the stand named after him. What do you want, Hawk, at GMHBA?
Oh, well,
A statue?
I don't know. It's a good question. No, not a statue.
Be a lot of bronze.
the birds perch on that and shit on it. So there's no stadium upgrades. Maybe a bar will.
Oh,
Maybe
that'd
a
be
bar will. So I reckon that might be nice.
Tom Hawkins bar.
yes, a big steak, actually.
It's got a good ring to it, doesn't
It's
it?
got a good ring to it.
Now, also, I want to ask you about a big rumour doing the rounds that you will coach the Finley Football Club, your hometown, next year.
Okay, now it's not me that's need to be answering. My wife's just walked into the room, and if she wants to yell out the
Come on,
that's
Em.
a no.
Go home for a year to Finley. Oh, it'll be beautiful.
That's
No, thank you.
Oh, thank you. I like it, Em. Put your foot down.
It's a big rumour up there, Hawk.
yeah. Nah, look, I'll probably I'll probably try and get back there and play in some capacity. No, I'll go. I'd love to go and play a game. Still got a few mates and cousins that are running around, but that's not on my radar at the moment.
Em just channeling Trumpy.
Bill.
No,
That's a no.
It's a no.
Here come the booze.
And that kid Brains he plays at Brisbane. What is that? Crap Brains, son?
Yeah. He's
Brain. That's his
Shannon,
name, isn't it, Hawk?
Brain. Yeah, I played with his older brother Jimmy Brain, and like lots of people that come from Finley have always played alongside a Brain at some point, because I think he's got 14 or 15 siblings. So lovely family.
And his dad's name's Crap.
No, have you finished your question?
Well, Stevie J, just something good or bad, whatever you want, because we'll play this on Sunday, the Sunday Rub, okay, Hawk?
Oh,
what sort of a teammate was Stevie?
Yes.
he was I don't think everyone knows that he was an entertainer, but
He does. He thinks that.
he sent me a nice message actually yesterday. I haven't responded to him, so I'll do that before Sunday. But it'd be a bit unfair if I went too hard on him. He was a great teammate. We played lots of rounds of golf together, and he sort of actually, I mean, I physically saw a lot of people, teammates and their work rate, but Steve always encouraged me, even though I'm not a great runner, he always encouraged me to at least think that I was a really good runner around the ground to be able to work over my opponent. So, look, he was great. He was great for me, and we shared some pretty good moments on field together.
Do you understand anything he said, Hawk?
Steve, before about 8 p.m. I did. Absolutely.
Yes.
I got used to knowing what he'd say after it was anyone's.
What about
Between the beer that used to dribble down his shirt,
Stevie.
crumbs of tomato sauce in the corner of his chin.
What about when he demanded that ball, 2011
Yeah.
against Collingwood, and you
That
had
was a
to
bit-
snap around the goal?
Yeah, that was a bit unfair, I thought. But senior teammates, sometimes they get what they want. But I would have loved to have had a shot, but I'd missed a few, and that was his specialty.
Well, I know the Bowen Heads Golf Club is screaming out for you, Hawk. Once
yes.
you've won the grand final this year, you can get the tailor-mades out and tear that to shreds. But Congratulations, mate. You've
Yes.
gone well for a start. You've gone out on your terms, which sadly Fat didn't have the opportunity
we know that,
to do. He got sacked. Whereas Hawks, one of the greats of the club and indeed the competition. So well done. Good luck with this last couple of months,
Yes.
and we can't wait to share a beer with you when the time comes.
Yeah, look forward to that. Thanks, JB and Bill, for all your support throughout the years.
Yes, thank you, see.
Well, yeah, which is
Part of-
basically coattails. That's all that is.
Actually, I
Proper
need
forward.
Oh, is
Hawk,
that coattail?
I need a couple of
No,
jumpers.
not you.
I need
Bill.
a
Bill's
couple
been
of-
hanging off your coattails for 18 years.
Oh, man,
need
yeah.
a-
Is that what coattailing is?
Yeah.
A couple of jumpers
Yeah,
at the
gotcha.
Cremorne. Can
Oh.
you sign them?
I was
They're going to be
actually
hot
looking
this
for.
week.
I was looking for a beer last night with my family, and I couldn't find anywhere on Paco. We were sort of lost for somewhere to go.
Come on, Fat.
Cremorne was
Dust
open. I
your
was
joint
there.
off.
I was there last night at the Creamy. You went
No,
out the
no, I was
road,
home.
I heard.
Home tucked in bed, mate. No training today.
Oh, sure. Anyway, sign those jumpers. You're hot at the minute. I'll get plenty for you.
Well
of the
done, mate.
AFLs.
You've been a bloody star,
Yes.
and enjoy
Well done,
everything
Hawk.
that's coming up towards the end.
Yes,
Good on you guys.
stand.